So the next topic is chemical properties of non-metals. The first property about electronic configuration. So most of the non-metals have 4 to 7 electrons in their valence shell. Some examples are given here in the table form. Let's see, non-metals gases are given here: nitrogen, oxygen and chlorine. In nitrogen has the atomic number 7, so its second orbit will incomplete. So 2 5, the electronic configuration will be 2 5. So 5 electrons are there in last orbit. In oxygen, the atomic number is 8 and the electronic configuration will be 2 6. So 6 electrons are there in last shell. And in chlorine, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. So the electronic configuration will be 2 8 7. That means 7 electrons will be there in last shell. Second property is formation of ions. So non-metals have the tendency to accept electrons in their valence shell. It is the property which is opposite to metal. Metals are giving the electrons and non-metals are taking the electrons. So non-metals have the tendency to accept the electrons in their valence shell to form negatively charged ion. So we have seen positively charged ion is called as a cation and the negatively charged ion is called as anion. So while taking the electron, they are taking anions. So chlorine plus 1 electron. If chlorine need one electron to complete its last shell. So if it has taken 1 electron, it will be stable. So it will form the chlorine ion. Then only if it is stable, then only we can call it as stable ion. Second example is of oxygen. If oxygen has taken 2 electrons, its last shell will be complete. And in case of nitrogen, it needs again 3 electrons. Then only its last orbit will be completed. So while accepting the electrons, it accepts the electrons in the form of anions. Okay, so this is the second property, formation of ion. Third property of non-metals, that is reaction with oxygen. When non-metals are reacted to oxygen, they form non-metallic oxide. Just same as metals. Metals form metallic oxide and non-metals form non-metallic oxide. For example, carbon. When carbon combines with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide combines with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium carbonate and water. That means when reaction with oxygen, non-metals form water with acid. So non-metals do not react with dilute acid, as metals react with acid, dilute acid, but non-metals do not react with acid.